Hello learners, welcome to our YouTube channel Learn to Explore. Guys, I welcome you here. I hope you are doing well and I hope you are liking our content. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also do let me know your views in the comment section below. I would love to read your views, your suggestions, and I can also clear your doubts if you have any. So let's moving forward. We have already started this chapter, class 12th economics book, chapter 4, poverty. Okay, so we have already have 2 or 3 classes on the same chapter. In today's class we will end this chapter. So guys, I start with a quick revision what we have already done in the last class. Okay, poverty refers to a state in which an individual is unable to fulfill basic necessities of life like food, क्लोथिंग, एजुकेशन एक्सेट्रा. तो पॉवर्टी क्या है? गरीबी एक ऐसी स्थिति है जहाँ कोई भी इंडिविजुअल, इफ एनी इंडिविजुअल इज अनेबल टू फुलफिल देयर बेसिक नीड्स लाइक फूड, क्लोथिंग, एजुकेशन. अगर किसी को रोटी, कपड़ा, पढ़ाई जैसी ज़रूरत की चीज़ें नहीं मिल पा रही हैं तो हम उसे कहेंगे पुअर. वी विल कंसिडर हिम और हर एज पुअर. Okay, there are two approaches to calculate poverty. One is based on calories consumption per day and other is income. Okay, so we have done all this in already in detail in last classes. In case you want the full explanation, please watch the last videos. I have provided you the playlist link in the description below. So in the last class we did till here, policies and programs towards poverty alleviation. Indian Constitution and 5-year plan states social justice as the primary objective of डेवलपमेंट स्ट्रेटजीज ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. तो भारत का जो संविधान है और 5-year प्लान्स है, उनका जो प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव या उद्देश्य है वो क्या है? सोशल जस्टिस, सामाजिक न्याय. The first 5-year plan urged to bring economic and social change under present conditions comes from the fact of poverty and inequalities in income, wealth and opportunity. तो first 5-year plan का क्या मोटिव था? It urged to bring economic and social change. उसका उद्देश्य था सोसाइटी में आर्थिक और सामाजिक चेंज लाना और सभी के लिए स्थिति को बेहतर बनाना और इनइक्वालिटी का जो गैप है उसे कम करना. उसी तरह सेकेंड 5-year प्लान का जो मेन एम था वो क्या था? द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट मस्ट इक्योर मोर एंड मोर द रिलेटिवली लेस प्रिविलेज्ड क्लास ऑफ सोसाइटी. मीन्स जो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, देश में आर्थिक वृद्धि हो रही है, उसका ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फायदा लेस प्रिविलेज्ड क्लास को मिले. दिस वॉज द एम ऑफ सेकेंड 5-year प्लान. One can find in all policy documents emphasis being laid on poverty alleviation and that various strategies needed to be adopted to government for the same. हम सभी पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट्स में देख सकते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं उसका उद्देश्य पॉवर्टी एलिवेशन और सोशल वेलफेयर ही होता है. Now let's moving forward. The government's approach to poverty reduction was of 3 dimensions. तो जो भारत सरकार ने, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया यूज द अप्रोच to reduce poverty in country was of 3 dimensions. So we will go all the 3 dimensions with all the 3 approaches one by one. The first one is growth oriented approach. It is based on the expectation that the effects of economic growth, rapid increase in gross domestic product and per capita income would spread to all sections of society and will trickle down to the poor sections also. तो क्या था? ये एक्सपेक्टेशंस थी, ये उम्मीद थी कि जो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ होगी, जीडीपी बढ़ेगी देश की, पर कैपिटा इनकम बढ़ेगी, तो इससे सोसाइटी के सभी सेक्शंस को फायदा होगा और गरीब लोगों को, पीपल बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन विल ऑल्सो बेनिफिट विद दिस. दिस वॉज द मेजर फोकस ऑफ प्लानिंग इन 1950s and early 1960s. While looking for alternatives to specifically address the poor, policymakers started thinking that incomes and employment for the poor could be raised through the creation of additional assets and by means of work generation. So what policy makers suggested as alternate method? They suggested income of poor can be improved by giving them employment, and for that purpose there is a need to raise और टू क्रिएट एडिशनल एसेट्स बाय मीन्स ऑफ वर्क जनरेशन. हमें ज़्यादा काम बढ़ाना होगा, लोगों को एम्प्लॉय करना होगा सो दैट दे कैन गेट रिड ऑफ देयर पॉवर्टी. The second approach has been initiated from the third 5-year plan. तो ये पहली अप्रोच थी ग्रोथ ओरिएंटेड. सेकेंड अप्रोच स्टार्ट होती है विद द थर्ड 5-year plan from 1961 to 66 and progressively enlarged since then. और तब से वो enlarge हो रही है. One of the noted programs initiated in the 1970s was फूड फॉर वर्क. इसका एक इंपॉर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव क्या था? फूड फॉर वर्क, काम के बदले खाना. एक्सपेंडिंग सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोग्राम्स एंड वेज एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोग्राम्स आर बीइंग कंसिडर्ड एज द मेजर वेज ऑफ एड्रेसिंग पॉवर्टी. इसमें क्या था? सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोग्राम्स, जिससे स्वरोजगार, लोग खुद से अपने लिए काम ढूंढें, और वेज एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोग्राम, काम के बदले में वेज, ये मेजर वेज माने गए टू रिड्यूस poverty. Examples of self-employment programs implemented until 2008 were rural employment generation program. तो एग्जाम्पल क्या है इसके? रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम, प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स रोजगार योजना PMRY एंड स्वर्ण जयंती शहरी रोजगार योजना. The first program aimed at creating self-employment opportunities in urban areas. The Khadi and Village Industries Commission was implementing it. Under this program, one could get financial assistance in the form of bank loans to set up small industries. तो ये जो खादी और विलेज इंडस्ट्री कमीशन का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हुआ, उस प्रोग्राम में क्या था? फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस मिलना था लोगों को बैंक से टू स्टार्ट टू ओन दर स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज, स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज, जिससे कि इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन भी होगा कंट्री में एंड पीपल विल गेट सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड, सो दे विल गेट रिड ऑफ poverty also. The educated unemployed from low income families in rural and urban areas could get financial help to set up any kind of enterprise that generates employment under PMRY. What is PMRY? Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. SJSRY means Swarn Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana, also mainly aimed at creating employment opportunities for both self-employment and wage employment in urban areas. तो PMRY था रूरल एरियाज के लिए बेसिकली, और SJSRY for urban areas. The programs now become Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. So all the programs come under the subhead of Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. The government has a variety of programs to generate wage employment for the poor, unskilled people living in rural areas. In 2005, the Parliament passed a new act to provide guaranteed wage employment to every rural household whose adult volunteer is to do unskilled manual work for a minimum of 100 days in a year. This act is known as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA. You must have heard about this act. This is very famous act. तो 2005 अगस्त में गवर्नमेंट ने यह स्टार्ट किया, और इसमें क्या था कि anybody who is poor and unskilled and adult member in the family, if ready to work for a minimum 100 days, government will provide them the work, the unskilled manual work for a minimum of 100 days in a rural areas. Now moving to the third approach, it was to address poverty by provide minimum basic amenities to the people. इस approach में क्या था? To provide basic minimum amenities. India was among the pioneers in the world to envisage that through public expenditure on social consumption needs, provision of food grains at subsidized rate, education, health, water supply and sanitation, पीपल्स लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड कुड बी इम्प्रूव. तो इंडिया जो है उन देशों में से है जिसका ये मानना है, जिसका ये मत है कि अगर सरकार पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर सोशल कंजप्शन पे किया जाता है, मतलब सब्सिडाइज रेट पे फूड प्रोवाइड करना, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ और वाटर सप्लाई, तो इट कैन इम्प्रूव द लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ मैनी. प्रोग्राम्स अंडर दिस अप्रोच आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू सप्लीमेंट द कंजप्शन ऑफ पुअर. क्या था? सप्लीमेंट कर सके कंजप्शन पैटर्न को पुअर पीपल्स. creating employment opportunities, bring about improvement in health and education. And from the fifth 5-year plan, even with the expanded employment opportunities, the poor will not be able to buy themselves all essential goods and services. They have to be supplemented up to at least certain minimum standards by social consumption and investment in the form of essential food grains, education, health, nutrition, drinking water, housing, communication and electricity. तो क्या था, आफ्टर 5-year प्लान उन्हें एक्सपेंडेड एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी दी गई सो दैट दे आर एबल टू बाय essential goods and services for themselves, for their families, and they are also to be supplemented with essential food grains, education, health, nutrition, drinking water, housing, communication and electricity also. So government made the investment on such things. The public expenditure was increased on such sectors. Now, public distribution system, integrated child development scheme and midday meal scheme are the major program to improve food and nutritional status of the poor. ज़्यादातर गरीब बच्चों के जो गरीब लोगों के, गरीब फैमिलीज़ के, पुअर फैमिलीज़ के जो बच्चे हैं और द पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू लोअर मिडिल क्लास स्टडीज़ इन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल, तो गवर्नमेंट ने क्या स्टार्ट किया, पीडीएस, पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम तो है ही, राशन सिस्टम, साथ ही साथ मिड डे मील स्कीम टू इम्प्रूव द food and nutritional status. It will also ensure the more presence of students in the school, and while it will also improve their nutritional and food status. प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना and Valmiki Ambedkar Awas Yojana are also attempts in developing infrastructure and housing conditions for all. National Social Assistance Program is one of the program initiated by central government for elderly people who do not have anyone to take care of them or given pension to sustain themselves. सो ये जो प्लान है नेशनल सोशल असिस्टेंस प्रोग्राम, ऐसे बुजुर्ग लोग जिनका ख्याल रखने वाला कोई नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट स्टार्टेड दिस प्रोग्राम so that they can get pension to sustain themselves. Poor women who are destitute and widows are also covered under this scheme. Okay, now poverty alleviation programs, a critical assessment. So guys, I have made all these notes from your original NCERT book and all important points are included here. In case you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and to download these notes you can get these PDFs from our Telegram channel. Link is given in the description below. Okay, so let's moving forward with the critical assessment of poverty alleviation programs. Efforts at poverty alleviation have borne fruit in that for the first time since independence, the percentage of absolute poor in some state is now well below the national average. Despite various strategies to alleviate poverty, hunger, malnourishment, illiteracy and lack of basic amenities continue to be a common feature in many parts of the India. इतने सारे programs, poverty alleviation programs country में introduce किए जा चुके हैं after independence. Still, the percentage of absolute poor in some state is not only in few states it is well below national average. But despite these strategies, hunger, malnourishment, illiteracy and lack of basic amenities continue इन अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया. अभी भी कुछ देशों में भूखमरी, कुपोषण, असाक्षरता और कुछ ज़रूरी चीज़ों की कमी है, दैनिक की ज़रूरत की जो चीज़ें हैं. Food, people are not able to buy meals for 2-3 times in a day. Though the policy towards poverty alleviation has evolved in a progressive manner over the last 5.5 decades, it has not undergone any radical transformation. पॉलिसी ने तो काफ़ी स्टार्टिंग में अच्छे से काम किया, लेकिन पिछले लगभग 5-5.5 दशक से इसमें कुछ रेडिकल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं आए हैं. स्कॉलर्स while assessing these programs state the 3 major areas of concern which prevent their successful implementation. तो जो स्कॉलर्स हैं वो 3 major areas बताते हैं which are for concern, which are preventing the successful implementation of poverty alleviation programs. Due to unequal distribution of land and other assets, the benefits from direct poverty alleviation programs have been appropriated by non-poor. The amount of resources allocated for these programs is not sufficient. Moreover, the programs depend mainly on government and bank officials for their implementation. Since such officials are ill-motivated, inadequately trained, corruption-prone, and vulnerable to pressure from a variety of local elites, the resources are inefficiently used and wasted. There is also non-participation of local level institution in program implementation. Without the active participation of the poor, successful implementation of any program is not possible. तो क्या क्या रीज़न है कि सक्सेसफुल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं हुआ है? जो सरकार की नीतियां हैं वो रियल में जो गरीब हैं, जो रियल में बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन है, डिजर्विंग रियल बेनिफिशियरीज हैं, उन तक नहीं पहुंचती है ड्यू टू वेरियस रीजंस लाइक करप्शन, like non-participation from officials, and they are vulnerable to pressure of a variety of local elites, inefficiency of resources, etc. So these are the some common reasons of failure of poverty alleviation programs. Not just failure, but they limit their success. Now, methods to remove poverty are: poverty can effectively eradicated only when the poor start contributing to the growth by their active involvement in the growth process. Poverty सिर्फ efficiently तभी हटाई जा सकती है if the people who are poor will start actively participate in the growth process. This is possible through a process of social mobilization, encouraging poor people to participate and get them empowered. उन्हें encourage किया जाए, empower किया जाए, socially mobilize किया जाए. For this, what we can do is what it will lead to in the long term is acceleration of economic growth. The first and foremost measure needed to remove poverty is accelerating the rate of economic growth. हमें सबसे पहले economic growth को बढ़ाने की ज़रूरत है. Then the reducing inequalities of income. Then the next step what we need to do is to reduce the inequalities between two margins of society. If the high growth rate is accompanied with increased inequalities of income, the fruit of economic development will occur only to richer section and would not benefit the poor section of society. Thus, it is very much necessary to reduce inequality. Population control. High rate of population, especially among the poor, is one of the cause. Poverty can be removed to a greater extent if we intensify family planning campaign and reduce the increasing population among the poor. More employment opportunities can be used to eliminate poverty by providing more opportunities to them so that they are able to meet their basic needs on time. Then the next measure we could take is the government can take is land reform by imposing the imposition of ceilings on land holding and their effective implementation. A good amount of land can be acquired to be distributed among the landless laborer. On obtaining this land, the landless laborer will able to employ themselves and will produce subsistence for them. So these are the steps what we can do टू एलिवेट पॉवर्टी फ्रॉम अवर कंट्री. मतलब पॉपुलेशन को कंट्रोल करने की ज़रूरत है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बढ़ाने की ज़रूरत है, ग्रोथ इंक्रीज करने की ज़रूरत है, और लैंड रिफॉर्म्स की, सो दैट एवरीवन गेट्स सम शेयर ऑफ लैंड टू एम्प्लॉय देमसेल्व्स टू फुलफिल देयर नीड्स, एंड लैंड इज नॉट कंसंट्रेटेड इन जस्ट फ्यू हैंड्स. Moreover, it is necessary to identify poverty-stricken areas and provide infrastructure such as schools, roads, power telecom, IT services, training institutions, etc. इसके अलावा क्या ज़रूरत है? सभी को schools, roads, power, IT ये सब services provide की जाए. In the ongoing 21st century, these forms the basic needs of any people. Conclusion. Now concluding the chapter. So I hope you are able to understand the whole chapter. In case you missed any point and you want to ask anything, please do let me know in the comment section, and you can ask all your doubts. To conclude, the objective of all our policies had been stated as promoting rapid and balanced economic development with equality and social justice. तो हमारी policies का aim हमेशा से ही equality और social justice रहा है. Poverty alleviation has always been accepted as one of India's main challenge by the policy makers, regardless of which government was in power. The absolute number of poor in the country has gone down, and some states have less proportion of poor even than the national average. But the fruits of development have not reached all sections of population. Some sections of population, some sectors of the economy, some regions of the country can compete even with the developed countries. तो क्या है जो भी गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज आई हैं उनसे एब्सोल्यूट नंबर ऑफ पुअर्स तो कम हुए हैं और कुछ स्टेट्स में तो नेशनल एवरेज से भी कम है पुअर पीपल. बट इन अदर एरियाज द नंबर ऑफ पुअर, द रेशियो ऑफ पुअर इज वेरी मच बिकॉज द फ्रूट्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट इज टेकन बाय द राइजिंग पॉपुलेशन. जबकि कुछ स्टेट्स तो इतना अच्छा कर रहे हैं कि वो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, विकसित देशों से भी कॉम्पीट कर सकते हैं. येट देयर आर मैनी अदर्स हु हैव नॉट बीन एबल टू come out to the vicious circle of poverty. But the ones who are not able to reduce their poverty levels needs the subsistence, needs the assistance from the central and state government and to reduce the poverty. So what we need to do is, we have already seen in the last points, population control, more employment opportunities, etc. So guys, here your chapter ends, the chapter 4 ends. I hope you have understood the whole chapter. In case you have any doubt, please do let me know. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. From here we will continue in the next class with the next chapter, new topics, new ideas. Till then, keep revising, stay tuned. Thank you.